This is an example of how the Bab changed unseemly business practices while he was a merchant in Bashir, Persia. During his stay in Bashir, the Bab achieved extraordinary things and thoroughly demolished the foundation of people's corrupt practices. The merchants of Bashir had a custom that after a deal had been concluded, they would backtrack and barter to receive a considerable discount. Some of them came to the Bab, negotiated purchase of indigo dye, and bought a very large quantity. After they had sealed the bargain and moved the lots of indigo to their own office, they returned to go back on the agreement and bargain. The Bab did not accept and said, "You made a bargain, signed papers, and the transaction has been concluded. I will not give a discount and will not renegotiate." They insisted. He replied, "What I said is final." They pleaded, "It is the custom of the country." He responded, "Many of these customs are wrong and will soon be abolished." No matter how much they insisted, he would not agree. The merchants were obstinate, and at last he said, "If the price is high, return the merchandise, as I will not barter." They insisted. "It is the custom here." He replied, "I wish to put an end to this custom." They insisted. If a merchant has brought commodities and moved them to his warehouse, and then returns them, he will forfeit his standing with the merchants. "It is your choice," he told them. "Accept the terms and refrain from renegotiation." Again, they insisted. "But this is the custom of the realm." Again, he reminded them, "I am ending this custom." Eventually, the Bab ordered the merchandise brought back to his shop and did not yield to their efforts at bargaining. He changed many of their unseemly practices during the period he was a merchant in Bashir. Certain practices in society, business or otherwise, are considered as the norm and are acceptable amongst many, though they may be in direct contradiction to spiritual teachings and laws. What is upright is falsely interpreted as naivety, whilst what is deplorable is falsely interpreted as wisdom and cleverness. Let us take the example of the Bab in all our dealings and weigh our actions against God's scales of spirituality, uprightness, and goodness, and not rely on the scales of man's machinations.